We are finally here. Pokemon Red, or Pokemon Fire Red, is here. I am, what, a day late? I guess. Well, technically, yeah, a few hours, whatever you want to call it. Look, I'm recording this at 3 in the morning, okay? Let's say this right now. 10 out of 10. Great remastering of the originals of Red and Blue. You know what I mean? This particular ROM, this Game Boy Advance, great colors, great renditions of the music, great little upgrades here and there on the Pokemon. Great. Just Gen 1 is just so good. Gen 1's classic, man. It's a comforting place. It's a very comforting place about this gen where I love. It's my childhood. It's a lot of nostalgia. But in retrospect, I've been playing this for a bit. I just got to the work, grinding. We gotta grind and beat some Pokemon to death. And yeah, we're just gonna talk about it a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's just get down to it. I just love it. Just loads in. There's no interface. There is no BS. You know what I mean? We're back. You know what I mean? We're back to Gen 1. Now, for $19.99, for this pleasant experience from 2004, goes all the way back probably from what, 98, 99 maybe. I don't really remember the initial release for Red and Blue, but doing this one made a lot of sense, and because they had that conversation of Pokemon Home during the Pokemon presentation yesterday, and it made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense of why they did that, because this game is the most modern take of the first game for Gen 1. It just makes sense. You know what I mean? It's a pretty damn good, remaster. If you want to say that, remaster, remake, whatever you want to call it. If it ain't broke, why fix it? The only thing is, like I said, they added the functionality to be sending your Pokemon to Pokemon Home if you use that kind of service, or that feature, whatever. I haven't ever used it, to be really honest. I'm not a hardcore Pokemon fan like that, not like I used to be. But I pretty much played up all the way to Gen 4, and then I just moved on from Gen 5. New games came out. I was in the Xbox 360, PS3. It was a part of my life where, things just start changing up and you just start seeing other games. But I always have that fondness to Pokemon, even to like the anime series. Like, shoot, the first season, basically most of the seasons are pretty damn good. They're just bangers. But the ones I love the most is always, like, not gonna lie, Gen 1, Gen 2. You know what I mean? It just, Kanto, and Johto. It's my sweet spot. Really, really can't complain. So coming back to play this again for only $19.99. Look, you can play your ROM. You got a physical copy. Do what you want, man. Do what you want. It's okay. You know what? There's not that much outrage because this is not $59.99. Let's just be really honest. They charge this appropriately. For the future on, if we're gonna be releasing old shit, just price it appropriately. That's all we want. You know what I mean? And in the fact that they did access to the Pokemon Home, that's a plus. For the people, the real hardcore fans, the real ones, they collect. They you know what I mean? They do all the extra stuff like in Sword and Shield, where you can make babies and the eggs and all that kind of stuff, and trading. There's a lucrative thing. It's just a thing. And if you're part of that thing, you know what I mean, it helps that ecosystem out, and it just helps the other fans out too. So everyone's happy. You know what I mean? It plays wonderful. You know, you put the console to sleep, the Switch 2 or the Switch 1, and you just pick up where you left off. Just, you know what I mean? If you don't want bigger interruptions, just make sure your console is charged, or save it. It's like the typical, you know, GBA Pokemon game where, you know, you just had to make sure your save was done, right? It's not like the old days where you have to worry about the GBA's battery on the cartridge going out, like just like the NES, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Color, Game Boy. That was kind of infamous back in the day. Some still work, some get replaced, and they still function. They still function, but you know what I mean, that's just like the old technology from yesterday and into today. You know, it's all like getting closer to a digital world we're enjoying now with Pokemon. This is a rambling video for the fact that we know what this is. You know what this is. It's a good game. We cannot deny this game. This game was made right. It just makes sense. It makes really good sense. You know what I mean? I always like a little bit backstory of what I'm, you know, from the grinding. I always got my Pokemon before Gym 1, level 16. And I did that individually. I did that to everybody. I'm surprised I got a Rattata. I don't know if like the statistics change when it comes to encounters for the Nido Arenas. Nidorino and Nidorina, usually they're supposed to be here, but I haven't seen them just yet. There's some people that already got shinies already with the Charmander. You know what I mean? They had to do resets, but they got it done. You know what I mean? There's some people just dedicated to do that kind of stuff, man. I don't know. It's a really... And the thing is, too, about Pokemon, you know what I mean? So there's some JRPGs you just don't want to get into, but you know, Pokemon's kind of like the comfort food a little bit. You get the creatures, you know, you're going back in. Like, it's home. It's classic, it's a feel. It feels good. I mean, nothing really has changed. They didn't bastardize our game. You know the one thing, the thing about Nintendo, and I think that some people need to understand. Not most people, because I think some people do see the differences what Nintendo does to their games compared to other companies do. It's the microtransactions, man. Man, I swear to God, like there's a lot of fatigue out there for microtransactions, and we're just done. Right now in this economy, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, $19.99, $20 was the right price. In this economy, like, you know what I mean? I did the math in that video when we were talking about it, when they announced this. Like, it just makes sense. It just makes a lot of sense. We'll take a break from Squirtle. We'll do Spanky. Like, you know, I'm telling you, and you don't have them. There's some major gamers out there. They're, you know, maybe they need a break from other games. You know what I mean? You know, maybe you want to play, you know, some Pokemon and grind out. Maybe there's some casuals or older people that just used to play this game back when they released, and it hits home. You know, nostalgia. But then you get to play it on a newer platform or on your original Switch if you have the original Switch. Cheaper. The cheapest thing I think is the Switch Lite, and I think that is out of production. But come on, everyone knows how you can find a pawn shop, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, secondhand, you know, video game stores, the swap meets, flea market. There's multiple ways you can find a used console. You know, as long as it works, everything's together. You know what I mean, or you get a deal. and then you just play this on the go, man. This is a little, you know, maybe there's some guy, you know, in the office or a woman or somebody, you know what I mean, just somewhere they got a little, like, an hour break. They want to play a little Pokemon, have a little lunch. You know, there's no wrong with this little game, you know what I mean? You know, the grinding is the kind of the best part about it. I do have my reservations still with Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, because I do like those versions of Gen 1. That was a nice iteration of, like, integrating XP share and then the actual purpose. It's a purposeful reason to catch Pokemon. You actually get something out of that. You're actually, you know, doing your part on the research for the Pokedex. Not as, like, as heavy as, like, you know, Pokemon Legends Arceus, I think I pronounced that right. And you're not at that level, but it's, you know, it's something there, like, yo, hey, you're capturing your Pokemon, it means something. And it kind of actually, you know, equates to the anime show where Ash actually is catching their Pokemon. And, you know, it's actually a thing. You know, you see him in some of the episodes or some parts, you know, there's some scenes where he's talking to Professor Oak on the phone about, you know, hey, you know, you got a smaller Krabby, or you got a whole bunch of Pokemon coming in. Oh, Gary, you know what I mean? You always getting compared to Gary. Gary's always doing all these, you know, 100 Pokemon, while Ash is barely hitting like 40, 60. You know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of like a little bit of that. But, I don't know. We could risk it for the biscuit. Let me see how many balls I got. I only got one more. Let's try. And it killed it. Alright, whatever. Whatever. Anyways, usually I prefer the weaker ones because not statistic. This mainly it's a strategy where if you get a weaker Pokemon, you're more likely the growth on the Pokemon is gonna be a lot stronger for stats reasons. But yeah, man, I don't know what else to tell you. You know, it works fine. It's a nice little feature you have here where you can reset the game by just hitting 4 buttons. Y, B, A, X. And there you go. You reset the whole thing. Pretty cool, right? I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know what the intention, unless, like, there's some people, they want to reset their game, or maybe some rare instance it probably bugs out, maybe it gets stuck, something happens, maybe, I don't know. That's something we're probably gonna have to look into. I don't know what the real big reason for it, but regardless, though, it's a feature. Now, I think, there you go. It must be the first time up here. I'll show you the wireless communication system works. First, I need you to show you the floor of our Pokemon Center. Right away, this place. There you go. Alright, so basically, it tells you about all this. Now, the funny thing is, it still has the text of the GBA link cable. The Trade Center. Yes. Let's just see what's gonna happen. Join groom or become the leader. Okay, so you gotta have somebody with you already. So it's basically like old school, like you gotta join a room and all that kind of stuff. People communicating. Okay. It's loading something. Now I'm wondering. This is gonna be interesting. But we'll see. Participants are asked to step into the participation counter. Participation counter. I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting how that works out. But you know, still plays the same. Before we end this video, let's try to get a Pikachu. Wait a fucking... You know what? Let's be smart. Let's get some balls. But I will... I'm not gonna lie though. I would love... I love Heart and Gold. Give me Gen 2. That will hit my sweet spot. Like, I love Gen 1. Gen 1's always gonna be there. You know what I mean? It's OG. But man, give me a Gen 2. Give me a Gen 2. Let me see here. You know, so far it's... I don't know, it's working fine. Now, I've been seeing some weird, interesting videos where there are people already messing with it, like the hacking scene. We'll see how what that turns out. Alright, let's see. If I remember correctly, this whole forest is literally a good spot for Pikachu to spawn. But let's go ahead and get these items real quick. Alright, let's see what the hell we're gonna get. What, a Metapod? Look, I don't want a Metapod right now. I literally don't. Let's kick this sucker out. Bro. Man, low kick has like no effectiveness unless like they're like some kind of weak Pokemon. And then Scratch does all the damage. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Alright, whatever. Hopefully, and then we have another ball now. Got Weedle. Classic. I'm really just trying to get a Pikachu, I'm not gonna lie. But I always think of like classic Pikachu. And then, you know, main Caterpie. Caterpie's a classic too. Goddamn Pokemon, the anime show always got me emotional about, you know, Caterpie and Butterfree and all that shit. Metapod barely stuck around though, if I remember correctly. From that damn show. Any day, bro. Come on. We gotta get this damn Pikachu. That's what I'm talking about. You ask and you shall receive. Alright. I have a dumb feeling that this is not... It's gonna kill it. Watch. Oh, shit! Let's go. Okay, we got this. We got this. Alright, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You can beat my Pokemon. You can beat him up or her up, whatever you want to call it. Goddamn Mankey. Mankey's good. I'm really glad that Mankey was available in the beginning. Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Goddamn Pikachu. Okay, the OG. Now, I do remember when Pikachu was fat. Man, from the original Gen 1, that Pikachu was a fat Pikachu. I remember that. And I think there's actually some cards that are like that, too, from the Gen 1, too, from the Pokemon cards. No, we don't want no nickname. But, yeah. We got Pikachu now. We're pretty much going to wrap it up. Look, it's a good game. I don't know what else to tell you. You get it or you don't. You play the ROM, you play your physical. It's Fire Red. It's a re-release in a digital way. And it has just some additional features. which I think, like, honestly, I think the real hardcore fans are gonna be just happy about, because they can just get back into this and transfer some of these Pokemon they're gonna catch in this game into Pokemon Home, or they're gonna go through the whole league and all that, and then transfer them out, which is gonna be nice, because I think, if I'm correct, Pokemon Home goes all the way up to like the newer versions of Pokemon, so it's pretty nice. Now, if I'm wrong about that, look, I've been out of the game for a minute. I've just recently played some of the most recent Pokemon games. I just haven't played Scarlet yet, or Violet. I'm probably gonna buy Scarlet soon. But either way, we're just about done. Look, we're back. If you enjoy the video, hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit dislike it. Look, subscribe. I got more content coming. This week was just busy, man. Freaking 3 videos yesterday. Oh, Jesus. That'll probably never happen again unless something goes down like yesterday, because I didn't expect a Gen 10 like announcement. I didn't expect that. If anything, I saw the GameCube game, that Pokemon XD. I'm happy for that, or GX, or whatever the name is. But I heard that it's a pretty good ass game that I never got to play. Most games on the GameCube I just never touched. So it's gonna be a good time for me, because I never played it. So we'll eventually play that down the line on the channel, and then show it off on the Switch too, and see what it's all about. But until next time, peace.